Kyle Dion, I just want to let you know I love you. There's been love confessions from other artists as well.
What's up? The booty spoon?
The booty spoon.
What is that?
Oh, it's rolling. Okay, cool. Well, I'm ready to go. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How are you?
Yeah, you're feeling much better than me. I can tell you that.
You hungover?
Yeah, I am, Kyle, because you were sensible and went home, and I went everywhere but home.
I mean, you're out here. You're on vacay, kind of.
This is true.
You know, you're in a different space than home, so you're having fun.
Yeah, and new people, new energies.
Exactly.
And you want to make the most of it. Also, 2 drinks in, you kind of don't know what you're doing anymore.
I respect it. That to me, like, mostly every day. But yesterday, I just chilled. I went home.
Are you a bit of a party animal?
I am.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to get fucked up.
Okay.
Am I allowed to curse?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll bleep some things out. Some things we'll leave in.
Apologize. It's part of my grammar.
What's a night out with Kyle Dion look like? Where do we start and where do we end?
We would probably go to some like janky kind of like bar downtown.
Right.
Before the bar downtown, we would get wine drunk or maybe off the Henny.
Oh,
and then we wouldn't have to spend too much at the bar because we already be effed up.
Yeah.
And then we go to the bar and then we go to the club.
You've been touring for a minute now because the Sugar Tour has been. You've done Europe.
Yes.
What was that like?
It was so dope.
It was.
It was amazing.
You were having the time of your life.
I know, and I was with all my friends. And my favorite place we were just talking about before we turned on the camera, we were like, Amsterdam is just amazing.
What did you like so much about Amsterdam? Tell me.
I think the nightlife.
Yeah.
Once again, it was just like it's just ongoing. LA is just it kind of closes down around like 1:32.
When I get tipsy in LA is when the lights come on.
Exactly.
Fun fact, really quickly. So New York used to be called New Amsterdam because it was Dutch property, and then they sold it to the British for 25 guilders. So all the areas in New York are either named after Dutch areas or British, like the Hamptons.
Amazing.
Is after Northampton and Southampton.
That's dope.
Chelsea is named after Chelsea, which is
Interesting.
in South London. Would you want to go into more like songwriting for other people and taking maybe a step back? Is that something that one day could be in the cards?
Yeah, I would love to. I definitely write a lot of songs, and sometimes the songs I could be like, oh, this would be good for this person or this person. But I think right now I'm really focused on just kind of keeping up with what I'm building for myself. And that's, the next album.
That's already in the works.
I'm working on that.
Oh my gosh, that's so quick.
Yeah.
You're literally still touring for
I know,
Sugar.
I know. And there's still more interesting stuff that we have for Sugar, but I love to work on music, and I think I'm like a album kind of artist where I thrive off making albums versus just throwing out songs.
Right.
So I'm really excited to, start the process again.
How have you evolved from the last few projects, one after the other? What do you think the evolution process has been?
I think just figuring out my strength with like my vocals and like really honing in on that, and being experimental and trying different things, going more into like the the rock and the soul kind of vibe versus my last EP before Sugar was like more like a pop kind of R&B happy kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And then before then we had like Sixes and Sevens, which is like an old mixtape that I dropped around 2014, and it was more like a jazzy kind of R&B. So I've just been venturing out and trying different genres and incorporating into my base, which is like soul and R&B.
Talk me through it. The album art and the elongated neck. What's going on?
So basically, what's going on?
What's going on with that?
So basically, a fan drew that for me on my 23rd birthday, and I was like, "This is so dope! It's so interesting." And I posted it as I'm 23, and I posted it on my Instagram. And then I knew that I would use this image for something because it was so interesting. It kind of reminded me of like a Tim Burton kind of vibe, and it had this like dark kind of weird vibe to it. So as we were making Sugar, I kind of wanted to embody that entire image. So I got like the jacket custom made by Riza. Nice. She's a designer out in San Diego, and she's from scratch, like made the entire jacket, curls on it and everything. It's not photoshopped. And then, you know, I worked with Jack McCain. He shot the image, and I worked with my brother, who was my creative director. And he just helped me make this image come to life, because it started off as like a little black and white sketch.
Right.
And we just brought it, you know, to life.
And that's your brother?
That's my brother, yes.
What's his name?
His name is Nicholas.
Shout out Nicholas.
Nick Theo Miss. He's actually an artist as well, and he's dope. He has like a whole collective out here called Moth.
Okay.
And it's all of our friends, and they're so dope.
Nice.
Such amazing artists. So he's growing that while he's working with me and stuff. He's going on tour with me again. He handles all of my videography and photos and all my creative stuff. I kind of like consult with him before putting
What's it
stuff
like
out.
working with your brother and that closely, even going on tour together?
It's so dope, and we live together too.
Oh
and
my!
We moved out here from Florida with our friends, and we live together, and we're just we live together, we work together, and we've always lived together. So
Never
growing
argue?
up, yeah, we argue.
What's that like?
It's arguing.
Intense.
It's intense, but we get over it quick. And one thing our mom instilled in us is that you know, brother, we're family, and that all we have is each other in this world, and
That's right.
we're just thriving together, and that's my bro forever.
That's amazing. I'm gonna ask a horrible question.
Okay.
But that's just what I do.
Okay.
If you could pick only 3 songs off the album to perform
Okay.
forever
That's not bad.
and drop the other ones, which 3 would it be?
It would be Spend It.
Rom produced that one, didn't he?
Rom produced that
Love
one. Yes.
that one.
It would be No Strings, because we just arranged that mother effer up so good in the live show, and it's so beautiful.
Amazing.
And then it would probably be what else do I like? Hands to Yourself.
Hands to Yourself. Okay.
Yeah, it's fun to play. It's fun to perform.
Amazing. Brown. That song. Ooh.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Thank you.
That and the lyrics of the song.
Thank you.
So good.
Thank you.
What are your DMs like? Let's just get straight into it. They must be popping.
There are a lot of women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Feels great.
Yeah.
Love it.
Do you how do you reply back? Do you reply to everything, or do you
I don't.
selectively?
I don't reply to everything, but it's very flattering, and I try to just stay. I try to stay to my music and not be such a hoe.
Okay, such a hoe.
Such a hoe.
But like a little bit hoe.
A little hoe.
But yeah, we're living our
Sometimes.
lives.
Yeah, we're young.
And we're human beings.
Exactly.
And we need our ego stroked.
That's it.
And you need to feel good.
Need other things stroked.
And you need to also keep your skin glowing.
Exactly.
I was going to say keep other things stroked. I'm so glad you said that. What's the worst show you've ever played?
It's got to be this one at. I was reminded about this one a few weeks ago. I played the Regent.
Where is this?
It's in LA.
Okay.
I played the Regent, and Ari Lennox was on the bill too.
Oh, amazing. There's a dog
There's a dog.
in the living room. Hello.
Darla.
Oh, you know this dog?
I do.
Oh,
She's a star.
hi. You want to come join the interview?
So yeah, Ari Lennox was on the bill, and
Big deal. No big deal.
yeah, she's I think it was like a year and a half ago or something, and I was up before her. I think she was like she was headlining it.
Okay.
And they were just I played, it was like some event was throwing it. I forgot who was throwing it, but I was playing this song, my records, and I was kind of like, I think I may have gone over time or something, because they had pushed back people's time because they were kind of like sloppy.
Right.
So they were running out of time, and it was their fault. So they're trying to kick me off the stage. And I was singing. I got to my last song, Brown, and I was singing, and then they put the house music on top of me.
Oh.
And like all the fans in the crowd were like, "What the? We can't hear it," because they love that song. They didn't want to hear that song. They want to hear Brown. And then, "We can't hear you. We can't hear you." And I was like, what the hell is going on? They kind of like just cut me off. And it was just like the weirdest show I've ever performed in. It was so weird.
Oh, gosh.
All my friends were like, what the fuck? They were playing house music. Like you could hear like different music while I was singing on stage. Because on the stage we could hear Brown, but out there they could hear a different song. It was so weird.
So you're confused because you're hearing your
I'm
track.
confused. I'm singing it, and they're just like, we can't hear what are you saying? I'm like, I thought I can hear myself. It's so weird. It was the
That's
weirdest
a
show
little
I've
bit
ever.
rude. I'm not gonna lie.
It was rude and it was nasty, and it was the worst show I've ever performed in.
Do you remember going to a concert, attending a concert yourself, and being completely blown away or overwhelmed almost?
I haven't really attended a lot of concerts. I wish I had, but no, I haven't.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just haven't I don't know. I really don't know why I haven't attended a lot of concerts, but
Interesting.
yeah, I would have loved to see one of my idols is Whitney Houston. I would have loved to see her live.
Let's talk about some of your idols then.
Okay.
Growing up, who are they?
Whitney, Usher.
Oh yeah.
Usher definitely he's one of the first albums that I ever bought.
Top 3 Usher songs. Go.
You Make Me Wanna.
Definitely.
You Remind Me.
Mm-hmm.
Trading Places. Love that song.
Interesting.
Trading Places is such a beautiful song.
That's you know what? Top 3 Usher is so hard because if you go through his discography,
they're so good.
it's crazy.
We went to a show, my first ever, because I loved him when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I finally saw him live. So maybe this goes back to your question, who I haven't seen. I finally saw him live, and it was just, I was singing every single word.
Yeah.
Every single song I knew. I was so hyped. I lost my voice. I was just fanning out. This was just a dream. It was so dope to see all the songs I grew up on live.
Confessions.
All that.
Who would your dream artist collaboration be?
Anyone or modern?
Anybody.
Give
me one dead, one alive.
Okay. Whitney
for sure.
And then alive, I would say Pharrell.
Oh. Because also the stuff he did for You Don't Have to Come.
Yeah.
That was Pharrell as well. Him and Usher were.
He's so dope. He's such a good producer, visionary. He's amazing.
Favorite pizza topping?
Vegetables.
What the hell is that? What answer is that?
I don't know.
Vegetables?
Veggies spinach, tomato,
one. Favorite pizza topping?
Spinach.
First heartbreak.
When I was 18, my first girlfriend, I was so focused on my music and I was focused on getting out of Coral Springs, where I'm from, Broward County. So I couldn't really focus on a relationship. And I had to kind of end it, and I didn't know how to end it. So I kind of ghosted her.
Oh,
it was so bad. It was so bad because I know it was so bad because I don't know. I just couldn't. I was young too, 18.
Mm-hmm.
I would never handle a situation like that right now. But I was just focused on me. I was more focused on the music, and I did really love her, and she was the inspiration for one of my bigger songs.
Right.
So yeah, that was my first kind of heartbreak.
Who was your first crush?
Probably Angelina Jolie.
Oh,
maybe.
Good one. How do you like your coffee?
I like it with a lot of sugar and some cream.
A little cream.
A lot of sugar though.
Wow, that you say that as if it's too much.
It'll probably be too much for the average person.
Okay, good to know. My favorite question. I send you off to an island all by yourself, and you can only bring one album to listen to for the rest of your life. Ooh. What album would it be?
Probably either Seat at the Table or When I Get Home by Solange.
Okay. Yeah.
I really got into When I Get Home.
Right.
I was kind of confused at first when I listened to When I Get Home.
I still haven't completely gotten into it. Yeah.
And I had to really this is, put myself into it, and it's such a beautiful record. It has a lot of cool bops on there. It's just I would blast it all the time. So probably between those two albums, I'll probably say When I Get Home.
Okay. Solid answer.
Yeah.
I can go with that. Yeah, why not?
It's a good album.
What would you tell your younger self if you could tell him anything?
Don't stress out, because everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be fine.
Thank you.
This was I appreciate
really
you.
I appreciate you.
You're such a nice person.
And next time you come to anywhere in Europe, I'm coming along because I'm not missing any more shows.
We have to. You have to see a show. You have to see a Sugar show. you probably missed that train, but but we'll definitely play some Sugar songs.
I feel like, you know what?
If we do any festivals next year in Europe, maybe we'll have that Sugar
I'm there. I'll make
set
sure
list.
I'm also just on the lineup DJing somewhere. And so
Please.
there's literally
I would
no
love
excuses.
to see you.
Don't worry about seeing me.
No, I would love to
That's
see
really
you.
not a big
I would
deal.
love to.
I don't sing.